Horse World, and welcome back to another Christmas special, and happy Christmas Day to all of you guys. It's Christmas Day today. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I hope Santa got you as much present as you wanted. I hope Santa got you everything you wanted. And basically after this video I'll make a poll saying Merry Christmas, what did you get from Santa or something, or what's your favourite Christmas present. But yeah, today, now you might wonder why there's a red chair behind me, why I'm sitting on a red chair. That will be explained on my bonus episode. Wait. Yeah, my bonus episode, and yes, I'm doing a bonus episode. It's not gonna be called 13 Days of Christmas, but yeah, it's gonna be a bonus episode, and I'll explain all my gifts and that, and I won't explain it in this video because I want to do it in my last video, or my last special. So let's go on with today's video. Now, today we're going to be reacting to some Angry Video Game Nerd, some Angry Video Game Nerd, some Angry Video Game Nerd episodes of. Anyways, sorry I keep on repeating it. But some Angry Video Game Nerd episodes of 12 Days of Christmas. And basically what this is that he did this series. I'm not gonna say what the name is, but I'm just gonna say 12 Days of something crapmas. It's called this, really. So oh man. Anyways, basically we're gonna be watching all of the episodes from it today. Yeah, basically, we're going to be watching all of the 12 Days of Christmas episodes of Angry Video Game Nerd, and now I've only seen 2 episodes, which are the Universal Studios one and the LJN video art one. I've explained those in my Doom video, which is Horse World 12 Days of Christmas episode 8. Also, I have uploaded episode 9 just now. Well, not just now. Well, I went on it and it said resume or delete. It basically said for me to resume it, so resume uploading the video. So I did that. But I uploaded it this morning. Not really this morning. After in the day. But yeah, we're going to be reacting to these videos. Let's get into this. 12 Days of Methods.
Well, it's Christmas time again already.
So I think this is the only one that didn't have the 12 Days of Christmas on. And also in reaction videos, I'm gonna pause and talk. But that's a lot of presents to me. Like, that's a lot of presents.
And that means more shitty games.
Also, for my video, what I got for Christmas, I'm gonna put like my best gifts. I'm literally in the thumbnail. I'm gonna put my favorite gifts that I got. So I'm not gonna like take a screenshot of it on my phone or something. I'm just gonna find the actual product online, and save the image and just put it in the thumbnail. Yeah. Or if it's a film product, then I'm gonna just like put like the characters of the film, but not like the merch prop.
For me, and I have a pretty big pile here, thanks to
Yeah, I did. I had a big pile of presents here.
all you, all requests, a
So instead of
despicable dozen, and we're gonna savor these juicy turds one day at a time.
oh, I like it. I like how the nerd like talks. That's funny. Also, wait, what did you say?
For me, and I have a pretty big pile here, thanks to all turds.
Oh yeah. So the nerd, basically people like sent in these presents. So Santa didn't like send in all these horrible games. The fans did. And if I sent the nerd a terrible game to review, it would be the Polar Express for PS2. It would be like some of the games that my probably reviewed. And also nerd, if you I think that. And also nerd, if you review like Universal Studios on GameCube, then you should review Disneyland on Xbox 360 because it is bad.
One day at a time, because this is the 8th Christmas since I first started doing these Christmas specials, so we're gonna do something
It's my first ever like Christmas special, or year, not like episode, but year I've done it.
a little different, a little excessive.
I wouldn't say my Try to Laugh Christmas video was a Christmas special. Well, it probably was, but I didn't put a Christmas. I didn't put Christmas special. No.
12 days of shitsmas.
Here comes the music, guys.
Oh. Oh no, not this
I've
one.
never seen an NES cartridge that looks like that. It's like someone like fan made.
Tag and Dragon. As soon as you notice the baby blue colored cartridge, you already know it's bad news. Let's pop this fucker in.
So that is in the toaster, and it's like it's a toaster that plays like NES games, which I think is really cool.
Oh, I distinctly remember
How does a toaster play NES games? I want to know.
this. That is one pathetic looking dragon. It looks sort of like a frog-pig hybrid. I don't know. There don't really exist words to describe it. They obviously had a completely different team working on the label because that dragon actually looks pretty rad. This means we've peeled off one layer of this shit heap. Now let's dig in. Oh, it's all coming back to me. As a kid, I rented this game from the video store, which was not common to find games without the Nintendo seal of approval. So how I got the misfortune to play this, I don't know. The goal of the game is very simple. Bite all the tails of the other dragons and then progress to the next round.
It's literally like what's that game for, guys? That tail game. It's like tail tag in Fall Guys.
That's it. You wish these dragons would do something awesome like breathe fire or fly, but no, all they do is chase each other around in circles like a bunch of monkeys. I had no idea it was possible to make dragons so boring. Everything blocks your way. You need
Why not play like terrible Christmas games for Christmas?
extra clearance to get the dragon around the turns. It's like trying to drive a trailer truck through alleyways. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! There's no long-range attack. The only way to bite their tails is to get all up in their ass. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All you do is mash buttons and hope for the best. Oh, Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, you motherfucker, you motherfucker! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, you motherfucker, you motherfucker! Look, look. Look. Look, look. Oh my god. Ah. Even when you manage to kill the other dragons, you feel no satisfaction in it because it seems like it was all luck. This is the kind of game you could play with your eyes shut and it wouldn't make any difference. It's just round after round of this mind-rotting, button-mashing madness.
Boring.
Boring. 3 deaths and it's back to the beginning. I should mention there's a 2-player co-op mode and a versus mode. Yeah, next time you're thinking about getting some friends together to play some Super Smash Brothers, nah, Tag and Dragon, man.
Nah, play a better old game with friends. Play Terrorism Rise the Boogeyman. That's a good game. Terrorism is the best fighting game, guys. Also, that guy is gonna add Art the Clown and the 2 Pennywises, well, Pennywise old, to the game in 2025, and I can't wait for that. He's not just going to be in Call of Duty, he's going to be in Terrordrome. I can't wait to play that. And also, 2 more things. He needs to be in Fortnite. Epic Games, you need to put him in Fortnite. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to put him in Fortnite. If you're going to rot our brains with stupid toilet movements in Fortnite, then you need to put in Art the Clown, because that's way more better. Like, if you're not afraid to put in Leatherface, which is literally a dude wielding a chainsaw that kills people with it, then they're probably not afraid to put Art the Clown in it, in Fortnite. They should. If they do, I will buy him and play him as him.
Even as a rental, I only played this game for a few minutes, and that's rare. When you rented a game back then, you usually make the best of it, whatever it is. Even if the game's bad, you didn't have anything else to do anyway, so you had no choice. But with this game, it was one of those days where you just gotta cut your loss and break out the deck of cards.
Yeah. It's all the game is. There's no like story, it's just this trash.
Well, that was painful. But we're just getting started.
Yeah. Oh, Days Before Christmas. I played that on my last video. Literally, I played that on my last video. That is gonna be up. It's still uploading. Wait, I think I just spoiled next video. Or the last video. Doesn't matter. This is episode 10. But yeah, I played it. This like probably the best Christmas retro game I've ever played. Oh, the best. One of the best. Okay, next one we got is a Alf for Sega Master System. I've never seen that film, but let's get into this.
Oh no, it's Alf on the Sega Master System. Of course, it's based on the TV sitcom from the 80s. I used to love that show.
That's creepy, that thing. It's like Piglet and Blood and Honey.
On the TV. No, it's
That's terrifying.
Alf on the Sega Master System. Of course,
I think they're trying to spell like Alf.
it's based on the TV sitcom from the 80s. I used to love that show just for the fact that the star character was a puppet. Ah, yes, the lovable alien life form Alf, or Gordon Shumway, who crash lands on Earth and lives with the Tanner family, not the Tanners from Full House. The goal is to collect special items to get his spaceship working so he can leave Earth and go home, along the way having to avoid FBI agents who are out to get him. This is all strangely reminiscent of E.T. on Atari 2600.
Oh no, not that. Don't mention that game. That game is awful, literally. I have literally tried to play that on the emulator website, and they have it doesn't want to work. Even the emulator website thought that this game is terrible. God.
These guys are creepy. They look like pedophiles, perverts, child molesters. The way they're dressed and stare.
Okay. Let's move on.
Typical trench coats and grabbing at the air as if saying, "Come on, Alf, I got some candy. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to grope your little air."
Okay, nerds.
Kitchen, you fucking go! Alien ass. Get out of my kitchen, you fucking sicko! What kind of town is this where there's a pedophile on every block in broad...
Can you stop saying that word, please? Can you just say creepy guy? Can you just say creepy guy, nerd, please?
daylight? Half the population is bike riders who don't know how to pick a lane.
Why are they doing that with their hands?
You'll never have time to get out of their way. Alf happens to be nearsighted.
Well, just stay on the pavement. Just go on the pavement, and then just go on the road for a bit. Just do this. Just do that.
In other words, the screen doesn't move until you're about a third from the edge, so the best possible chance you'll have to see what's coming up is to do this awkward walk, stop, walk, stop.
Can you just dodge it?
Stop. How? How did I die?
I don't know.
I wasn't even on the same plane as him. Did my foot overlap or something? Even the laws of three-dimensional space don't apply. You simply can't be anywhere near this box. The graphics are forgivable, but why is it that every time Alf turns around, he disappears for a brief instant?
That is so weird.
The game can't keep up. It's like, oh, wait, you're turning around? Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. You want to know what I think of the sound effects? I can't tell you that. You know why? There are no fucking sound effects.
Okay. That is just poor development, literally. No game is complete without sound effects. If you are a developer and you add no sound effects to your game, then that is just poor advertising. If people are gonna buy that game and think it's terrible because there's no sound effects, that's just weird. If I played Doom Eternal, which is also a game I need to finish on this channel, I'm actually gonna finish this before today, because I'll get my favourite present, which I'm not gonna tell you, it's a secret. But I'm still gonna finish it.
Even Atari 2600 had sound effects.
And this game looks like an Atari game.
Here, all you get is this rotten music. Get used to that. Somehow there happens to be a big hole in the wall in the Tanner's basement, and it leads to a cave full of bats. Geez, Tanners, you think you might want to do something about that hole? You can't miss it. It's right at the bottom of the steps. Why would that be there? Needless to say, you have no energy bar. One-hit deaths.
No energy bar, oh my god. I bet some I don't know who made this game. I bet it was some I don't know, too drunk, mate.
Try getting past these bats. Just no energy bar. One-hit deaths. So try getting past these bats. Just fucking try. Just fucking try it. Duck.
Just go the other way.
Ducking hardly helps at all. He isn't much lower. Isn't the whole point of ducking to get down low? Instead, Alf does this awkward half squat. Looks like he's getting ready to dump ass. Yeah.
Doesn't look like. Oh my god. Normally I don't laugh at like toilet humour, but that's just unexpected.
I just hit number 2. The one-hit
Number 2.
deaths is the main fatal flaw here. You could be halfway through the cave and then all of a sudden something slightly touches you and then it's all the way back to the beginning. There's a total of 5 lives. 1 continue, another 5 lives, and then it's all over. No more continues, no more saves, no passwords, no nothing. It's like good fucking luck, asshole. If you can progress any further in this game, you have more patience than me. Do you wish to continue playing? I love how the first choice is no. They knew nobody would ever play this piece of shit more than once.
Yeah.
The only replay value I can think of is to do this. Yeah, hey, pervert. Hey, you want this, pervert, right? You dirty old man. You fucking sicko. Willie, ha.
I thought I was gonna like the game. That's funny. Like, I think okay, I've got some development tips for some like people that want to make a game like a movie game. If you want to make a movie game, watch the movie first, multiple times, like watch it over and over, and then like remember the movie, remember watching the movie, remember like everything, and try and like take that and put it in a game and try and reimagine the events of the movie in the game. And next we got Crazy Bus for Sega Genesis. This.
Crazy Bus. This isn't even a real game. From what I've heard, it was some kind of demo that somebody made as a test in Venezuela in 2004, and for whatever reason it was made to run on a Sega Genesis many years after the cartridge days of gaming. It's a strange anomaly that deserves further examination. So, let's take a look at Crazy Bus and see what's so crazy about it.
Is it like Crazy Taxi but like a bus? Like you picking up like civilians and like or pedestrians and like picking up like civilians and like dropping them at places, like you, and like you keep on doing it until time runs out. But it's a bus. I don't know. Why did that look so realistic? That's like from an old kids TV show. That like background. That's creepy. That's creepy. Oh my god. Do you see what was happening right here? There's a bus in the background and there's a bus right there. There's 2 buses. There's one in the background and there's one right there. Oh my god. You should have like rubbed out the bus. What's going on?
How did this game come into existence? It isn't even a game. I mean, it's the only interactivity is moving the bus and honking the horn.
That's it, literally. Is that actually it? I'm not gonna. Is that actually the game? Ain't no way. That's the game. Oh my god. If I made the game, I'd literally make it like exactly like Crazy Taxi, but make it like you pick up civilians on a bus, take them to the destination, and do that. Keep on doing that until time runs out. And there'll be a part where you pick up like school children and drop them to school or to their house.
It's as less of a video game as possible. Tiger handheld electronic games were more in-depth than this.
Yeah, in fact, they should have made this on a Tiger handheld because it looks like one.
There's no goal other than to see how high you can rack up the score. In other words, how long can you hold the D-pad for? You like that game? Well, you don't even need the game, just a controller and a timer. It'd be more fun to stare at a wall. I have a whole new appreciation for Desert Bus. Big Rigs is more exciting than this shit.
I've never seen him review like Big Rigs or Desert Bus.
This broke the shit scale. This is a whole new higher level. First there's poop, then there's shit, and then there's defecation. Who found this gem and put it on a Sega Genesis cartridge with a case? They're shit diggers. They dig for shit. It's like finding somebody's
Even the flipping
Genesis cartridge with a case.
Even the photos are just like terrible.
It's
Crazy Bus, the game where you drive a bus like crazy. Is the bus crazy? Are you crazy? Who knows? It's driving from left to right or right to left. You cannot go on. It's crazy. Nothing crazy about that. That's just the most simplest thing ever. If it was crazy, then
shit.
Non-stop driving action. Drive 5 buses. Amazing bus pictures. Yeah, right. Bus.
Diggers. They dig for shit. It's like finding somebody's garbage and then packaging it up for the world to see. I guess there might be somebody out there who might enjoy this game. Somebody who happens to be very interested in Venezuelan buses. Yeah, if there is any game for the Venezuelan bus enthusiast, this is it. Do you find any Venezuelan buses in Super Mario World? No. So you can't argue. This is the definitive Venezuelan bus game. I mean, come on, right? You get these great photos of the buses and you get to look at the photos and drive the bus at the same time. You can even go backwards. You can honk the horn. What more could you want? When the digits are the same.
I know I would want a game like Crazy Taxi where you pick up people, literally. A game like Crazy Taxi where you pick up people and drive them to their destination. And keep on doing it until timer runs out.
Same color as the background, that gives you an added challenge of trying to read the timer. Crazy Bus, man. Don't forget it. Say it. One word, not
just play Crazy Taxi, not this track.
Crazy Bus. It's Crazy Bus. And it's fucking crazy. Whoa! We're driving a bus here. It's fucking crazy. Oh my god, I can't take it. It's so fucking crazy.
He's acting like he's driving like a bus, but he's like can't control it. Like it's like the brakes are not working.
Crazy Bus! Crazy Bus! Crazy Bus! Whoa! The driver fell asleep on the wheel. Oh, and that soundtrack. Oh, gotta get that soundtrack. Gotta crank it up in your car. Yeah! Fuck me sideways. That fucking soundtrack. Fucking A!
Right, next one we have is Ren and Stimpy Fire Dogs, which I've never seen.
Ren and Stimpy Ren and Stimpy Fire Dogs. Okay, making a Ren and Stimpy game that's worthy of the TV show is a tall order. The show was like Looney Tunes on crack. It was like they took the Three Stooges, but just Moe and Larry, made Larry a cat and made Moe a psychopathic chihuahua and gave him a voice like Peter Lorre's, specifically from his rant at the end of the Maltese Falcon. It was ingenious. The show was so crazy that when it was on in the 90s, I didn't even know what to make of it. Do the games hold up? That's a whole other story. There were 4 of them on the Super NES: Time Warp, Veediots, Buckaroos, and Fire Dogs. These games actually made a good attempt at capturing the random humor from the show, and the graphics and animation are spot on. You take Ren, for example, who on the show is a flexible character of 1,000 facial expressions and body shapes. They could have taken him in any direction and gone off in a completely different tangent, but the looks they gave him are just like the looks you see on him in the show. Unfortunately, every one of these games is plagued with flaws that ruin the experience, whether it be a fence that won't cooperate, or taking a million slaps to defeat a dog. Slapping the dog, slapping the dog. The Fire Dogs game is loosely based on a specific episode of the show. Here in the game, you take control of Stimpy and have to collect firefighting equipment and bring it all back to the fire engine. You know, all the ordinary firefighting equipment like a helmet, boots, hose, a beaver, you know. Ren sits it out and does nothing to help. Again, the humor is spot on. So you have to run around the place, sliding up fire poles. Yes, sliding up fire poles. The firefighters apparently don't want any of your help at all. If you run into these guys, it's over. They pound you.
Oh, their eyes are terrifying. Look at their eyes in the game. They're just black holes.
One hit, and you have to start all over again. You can pick up fire extinguishers, and if one of these guys is in your way or you get trapped in a corner, you can give them a squirt to stun them. But it doesn't last long at all. It only gives you one brief moment to get past them. Come on, come on! Spray the firefighter with the fire extinguisher! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, come on, wrong way, wrong way! Ah, come on! The only practical way to get
Come on.
around the firefighters is to find Dalmatian paint, which actually follows the show. In the episode, Ren and Stimpy are looking for food and shelter, so they apply to be fire dogs so they could stay in the fire department. But the fire department only takes Dalmatians, so they have to disguise themselves in Dalmatian paint. The fire extinguishers and paint cans are always in different places every time you restart the game, so you have to get lucky. And if you walk under the water sprinklers, it washes the paint off. The items that you need to collect to bring back to the fire engine are all in fixed locations, but even if you get good at it and know where all of them are, there's nothing you can do about the time limit. This is the fatal flaw. It gives you barely enough time, even if you're running all the way.
Just give us more time with the game.
It's only the first stage, but it's going to take lots of trial and error and a lot of luck. You have to do it all in one session too. Once the timer runs out, everything starts over. You'd think there'd be an item that gives you some time back, but I've never found any such thing. Waiting for the water sprinklers always slows you down, and for some reason I'm having lots of trouble with the stairs. But get down the stairs! Down the stairs! Come on! And when you get back to the fire engine, you have to stand in a specific spot for each item and select them one at a time. Why does everything have to be so tedious? You only get 2 minutes and 14 seconds to do everything. Then you have to find Ren and collect kitty litter while the timer is still ticking down. But thankfully, this part is just a bonus. Then you go to the next stage where Ren and Stimpy are using a life net to save people from the burning buildings. But wait, it's not people, it's just a bunch of clocks, sandwagons, books, sculpture busts, TVs, chickens, and bricks. What the fuck's going on up there? Who's dropping this shit? Where'd they get so many? Anyway, this goes on for 4 minutes, 50 seconds, and then the game ends. What, I didn't save enough bricks and clocks? I didn't miss that many, so I'm assuming you have to have a 100% accuracy. I don't know. The game's shit. In the words of Mr. Horse, no sir, I don't like it.
Right, next one we have is Rocky and Bullwinkle. Now I know, I thought it was like Rocky, like the boxer. It's not.
Rocky and Bullwinkle on NES, based on the cartoon about a moose and a squirrel. Do I have to see everything? So here's the game. It starts up with one of the most god-awful music loops you'll ever hear come out of your NES. No,
why is that called Happy Tree Friends? Happy Tree Friends. I think it is.
really, listen to how short this loop is. All I can say is, I'm a moose throwing bombs. Eat this, bitch! You don't want to fuck with a moose throwing bombs! Unfortunately, the bombs run out, so all you're left with is this charging attack. But the attack drains your own power meter. You can't hurt anything without hurting yourself. What kind of crap is that? So I wasted all this time trying to kill this guy, until I realized you can just hop over him. Yeah, you just go past him. Thanks for wasting my time. Next you come to a room full of stairs. It's a small room which seems to be a dead end. Where do I go? Down here? Nope. Maybe I should try that
What did that do? It sounded like Donkey Kong.
random stairway that looks like it goes nowhere. Oh, come on! All the other stairways go up till they're off screen. Why does this first stairway happen to be so special that it stops in midair and magically transports you to the next screen? It was a stairway to nothing that somehow happened to be a stairway to something. I hate these mice. I hate them. They're too fast to hit with your bombs. Ugh, come on, it's just a mouse. How does a little tiny mouse beat the shit out of a big fucking moose? Bullwinkle is so big and awkward. Everywhere you go, you get hit constantly. Even if something touches your antlers, it takes damage. The hit detection box is a big rectangle. Even if you try taking it slow, you can't squeeze through these obstacles. It's like trying to drive a tank through a grocery store aisle. You can switch to Rocky, who is much smaller. This makes things a lot easier, except that Rocky can't walk up steps. If only it was Rocky Balboa, he'd go up the damn steps.
Yeah, I know him.
Why would that be a special ability? Think of all the video game characters that have special moves. You know, Princess Toadstool can float, Grant can climb walls, Dixie Kong can spin her hair, Bullwinkle can go upstairs. Rocky can fly, which you'll need to do in order to reach over some of these wide gaps, but there's no clear indication of what you can land on and what you can't. I tried putting in a code for a level warp just so I can give you a quick peek ahead, but it makes the game glitch. This is the kind of glitching you would see if you were doing something with Game Genie, but this is just a normal code that comes with you would see if you were doing something with Game Genie, but this is just a normal code that comes with the real game. What happened? Look at the graphics here. Looks like King Kong splashed his ass all over the place. And just when you thought the music couldn't get any worse. Oh my god, I didn't even know the NES was capable of producing such an ear-piercing sound! That's awful! Oh, well there you have it. Rocky and Bullwinkle, shitty game, shitty graphics, shitty music, shitty everything. Fucking big clumsy moose. Bullwinkle, oh, Bullwinkle! More like bull fucking shit!
Whoa, Bullwinkle, whoa, boy. Right, next one we got is Mary Kate and Ashley get a clue. Right, let's do this.
I knew this would have to happen one of these days. I would have.
Smallest thing ever. I thought it you get like a cartridge, but it's like just a game.
Eventually have to play one of the games based on the Olsen twins, Mary-Kate and Ashley. That's right, I said one of the games. There's several. But yeah, I knew this would have to happen ever since I was playing Toxic Crusaders right here with Lloyd Kaufman.
This is a
Well, I've seen like one part of that, and that's like the ending. But I haven't seen all of that.
historic. This is the first use in a video game of a golden shower until the Mary
Oh
Kate
yeah, he was also in the AVGN movie.
and Ashley Olsen twins video games.
I have not played those. Maybe I'll have to try them now. So here we are. I'll play one of these games, and the one I have here is called Get a Clue on Game Boy Color, based on the direct-to-video series The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, which was some sort of musical mystery show.
The New Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley. Get a Clue for Game Boy Color.
Oh, it talks.
That's cringe.
It's the first time I've ever heard the Olsen twins talk to me through a video game, and they're just
That looks just like Bugs Bunny's Crazy Cat on Game Boy.
telling me what I'm playing. The game just started, and I threw a dog off a balcony. I threw a dog off a balcony! The goal of the game is to solve
Why? Why did they put that in the game?
some kind of crime case, so you have to find pieces of the puzzle. Literally, a puzzle. I thought it'd be some kind of clue, evidence, you know, but it's literally a puzzle. Yeah, I gotta find out what's on that puzzle. I bet it's a flower. No, I bet it's a cat. Yeah, it's a cat. To get anywhere in this game, you have to activate switches to unlock the gate that leads to the puzzle piece. Oh, but wait, only Ashley can activate the switches. Which one's Ashley?
Ashley from Belly Loves You? I don't know.
Throughout the game, you tag... Which one's Ashley? Throughout the game, you tag team back and forth between both twins, kind of like the production of Full House when they both played Michelle. At such a young age, they were able to successfully trick us into making it seem like it was the same person. But there are some Full House experts out there who can tell when it's Ashley and when it's Mary-Kate. Well, good. Try figuring it out in this fucking game! You'll move one of the twins over to a switch and then realize, oh shit, that's Mary-Kate. Gotta select Ashley, because for some reason only she knows how to flick switches and bounce off her sister's head.
Why did only Ashley know how to flick switches? What the heck? Why couldn't Mary-Kate do it?
What does that mean? Mary-Kate has a bouncier head or something? Mary-Kate can jump higher than Ashley though, so that's probably the quickest way to tell the difference between them. Now I'm actually curious, can she really jump higher in real life? That should be put to the test because the world needs to know. Believe it or not, the dog is a selectable character too. Sometimes you might need to move the dog into position and use him as a boost, or use him as a weapon against your enemies by throwing him.
Why did you just pick up a dog? Why?
Imagine if you picked up your dog and then threw...
I've seen that in an AVGN meme, and I might watch it after this video.
Imagine if you picked up your dog and then threw it at an attack. Imagine if you picked up your dog and then threw it at an attack. Imagine if you picked up your dog and then threw it at an attacking animal. A and B is reversed.
Or like if you picked up your cat and threw it at a dog or another cat that was like hissing at him.
First, gotta have that. And the game gives you hints along the way on how to pass the level. Very specific hints. In fact, it tells you exactly what to do. The game provides specific hints.
Use Mary-Kate to help the others out and get Ashley to the top. Flick all the switches, then use everybody to reach the puzzle piece.
In fact, it tells you exactly what to do. The game provides its own walkthrough. The puzzle-solving gameplay begins simple and then gets more tricky. The difficulty ramps up perfectly without going from too easy to too hard too quickly. Sometimes you have to stack up the characters to reach a certain jump, and some of the switches are timed, so you might have to get Mary-Kate ahead to the gate and then activate the switch with Ashley in a completely different part of the room. You know, honestly, I have to admit, this is my first time playing, and surprisingly, it's not that bad. But who is the target audience? Little girls or puzzle-solving fanatics? Who knows?
And this one we have is VIP with Pam Anderson.
VIP starring Pamela Anderson.
VIP, VIP.
Her name is very familiar to anyone having been a teenage boy in the 90s. I don't think a single day went by on the school bus without hearing Pamela Anderson, Pamela Anderson, Pamela Anderson. After all, she was in such great movies like Barbed Wire and Naked Souls. She was best known for the TV show Baywatch, and after that there was VIP, which I know nothing about, but let's check out the game. The story begins with a doctor calling a team of bodyguards for help, known as VIP.
Why does that animation, why does the graphic look like a Resident Evil game? Or like a Tomb Raider Into Darkness?
VIP, good morning. What can we do?
It looks like either Tomb Raider Legends, either the 3 Tomb Raider games, Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, or Tomb Raider Underworld. Or looks like a Resident Evil game.
Do for you.
Like the old ones.
This is Dr. Kindle speaking. It's urgent I call you. For an
Or
emergency.
something else.
What's happened exactly, Doctor?
There are men with guns crawling all over my estate.
What kind of company is this? And why would you call them? Why don't you just call 911? They don't even look like an emergency response team. They're dressed like they're getting ready for a photo shoot for a magazine cover. It doesn't make any sense. Pamela has never looked so creepy. Obviously, this is the original PlayStation, so the graphics are acceptable for their time, but I can never get over this synthetic human look, trying to look like real life, but appearing as lifeless as ever. Then the game begins as you go to the doctor's estate, still dressed in your skimpy outfits, and beat up all the thugs who are trying to break into his home, or whatever the hell is supposed to be happening. They don't even explain it yet, but they suspect the doctor is playing some kind of trick. Who cares? Let me tell you about...
Why did she hit? Why did she hit them with her purse? Why did she hit them with her purse? Look at what Karen would do.
About the game. I use the term game very loosely because it isn't really much of a game at all. You just copy the on-screen button combinations. If you enter it correctly, Pamela will automatically perform an attack combo. After she's taken out a group of thugs, she will automatically move to the next screen. It's like the game is playing itself. You're just passively watching the action take place in what appears to
It's like a DVD game where you have to, you watch a thing and then you do it.
be a fighting game, but is actually more like a hyped up version of Simon Says.
Or DVD game.
You don't even need the game to play this. Just get out your PlayStation controller.
Simon Says left stick and then X. Simon Says left, right stick and then triangle.
And you can play along with me. Down circle, up triangle, right square. You enjoy that?
It's like quick time events.
Well, you're playing VIP. And that's all there is to it. It goes on and on and on. Of course, I have to mention, she's hitting people with her purse. Nah, she's a girl. Give her a purse. Then all of a sudden,
Could use a better weapon, but like then a purse.
things change up. You take control of her partner, or I mean, as much control as the game allows.
It looks like House of the Dead, or like one of those arcade zombie games, or like the old, or like in Resident Evil 4 when you, the original, not the remaster, the original, when you aim as Leon.
Here you're moving the crosshairs of the gun around. That's right, she's using a gun. Then why does the Pamela character use a purse? On the cover, she has a gun, but the manual says she hates guns.
Why put a gun on the cover if she hates guns? It's confusing.
Go figure that out. What can be said about the gun portion of the game? Not much. Have you ever played an arcade shooter style like this?
Actually, I think I probably have. I think, yeah, or like a first person one, which was House of the Dead, House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn, or something like that. And it was amazing. Every time I go to the arcade and I see it, I always play it. I love that game.
It's the same thing. Just move the crosshairs to the target, shoot, repeat, reload every now and then, repeat, repeat. What is she wearing anyway? If she's going out to battle and this kind of thing is her normal job, shouldn't she be wearing some kind of body armor? Instead, she's wearing as little as she can possibly get away with. This is a scumbag's idea of a game. Let's get some slutty girls and give them guns. Every now and then you find diamonds for points, and they always seem to fly up her ass. You can cash the points in, they always seem to fly up her ass. You can cash the points in to watch more cutscenes. Even if it's the same cutscenes you've already seen, without points. Or you can see these still shots. What the hell is the point of this? Anyway, I have to comment on the high energy music that seems like it's trying to get you all hyped up for nothing. It sounds sort of like a Sega Genesis synth guitar that's being choked. Like somebody's trying to rock out through a walkie-talkie that's been shoved up a hippopotamus's butt right before a muck spreads. But still, you gotta give it credit. It's trying its best, just blasting out through the farts of the hippo's ass, cranking out that high-octane, pulse-pounding, hard-rocking music. And in the end, all I'm doing is just pressing buttons. Down right square. Left square X. Right square X.
Cool. Next we have a Lethal Weapon for NES.
Lethal Weapon was one of the prime examples of 80s action movies, with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover at their best, playing two undercover cops with polar opposite personalities. It's the buddy cop cliché, but one of the greatest of the genre. Well, somehow it managed to escape an ass raping by LJN. The game was made by Ocean, so can we just take a moment here and be thankful? It's not LJN?
Good.
So that means it's going to be good, right?
But even if it isn't LGN, it's still bad. I'm glad that LGN didn't make the terrible Bugs Bunny games.
Okay, let's give it a try. Well, it's average as a sidewalk on a summer day. It's nothing to look at. This is it. You want to review the game? Here you go. You just walk around and take out bad guys by kicking and shooting. That's it. Nothing terrible, nothing great, just a middle-of-the-road, everyday, button-mashing marathon. Considering the Super NES was out by this time, makes it as worthwhile as yesterday's baby diapers. The graphics are okay by NES standards, but the backgrounds don't make any sense. I thought we were in the jungle, now we're in the desert in Egypt? That is a pyramid, is it not? Oh wait, I guess there's supposed to be mountains. Yeah, one of the mountains just happens to be in a perfect pyramid shape, that's all. The really strange thing is how the two different environments have such a distinct line of separation, as if we just switched from one plane of existence to the next. There's no logic anyway. You know, logic is for pussies. Kicking people takes the same amount of damage as shooting them. That's right, your foot is as strong as a bullet. After all, you take out helicopters by jumping and kicking them out of the air. Who does that? That's not believable.
Yeah, you can't even do that. It's like impossible to do.
Unless you're a giant turtle trained in the art of ninjutsu named after a Renaissance painter. I also like that you can pick up grenades after they've already been thrown. That's right, an active grenade that's ready to blow. Just pick it up and you'll be fine. You're playing as the Mel Gibson character, Riggs, and I have to say, in the spirit of Lethal Weapon 3, I'm disappointed that the power-ups aren't dog biscuits. But what about the Danny Glover character, Murtaugh? How do you play as him? I've tried the obvious select, but that pauses the game. Start switches your weapon, B attacks, A jumps. So we're out of buttons here. What do we do? There has to be a way to play Murtaugh. It wouldn't be Lethal Weapon without both of them, so what do you do? No! That didn't happen! Oh my god. To switch characters, you walk off screen.
Oh my god. That is the weirdest way I've seen it. I said, like, a change character or like a character switcher in the game. That is stupid. That is stupid. That is so stupid. Literally. Like, in like Lego games, you have to like press like these buttons. And like this. In like GTA 5, you like just like switch characters by just like pressing that and like going to different characters like Franklin or Michael Trevor, and they like you switch into it. Never ever seen this. Oh my god.
That's different. You know what? I've seen it all. I've seen it all at this point. So, does that mean the other
That's an old TV, nerd. Old.
character is always there, following along, but staying far enough behind so that he can hide in the unseen negative space outside the boundaries of your TV screen? What is he doing out there? Just hanging out, watching you get your ass kicked? Both characters seem to operate the same, pretty much, so there's no difference other than the color of your skin. Well, that's deep. Almost sounds like the game's trying to make a moral statement. No, the game sucks. Let me give you some advice. Never play a movie-based game. You know why? Okay. They fuck you with the movie games, okay? They fuck you. They know you're gonna buy the game, and by the time you play the game and realize you got fucked, it's too late. They don't care, and after they get done fucking you, they fuck you some more. Who got fucked? The ones who bought the game. The ones who rented it were the lucky ones. They fuck you with the graphics, fuck you with the music, fuck you with the gameplay. They fuck you.
Exactly. You're 100% right. And also, the reason why they make these games is because they just care about money. And the reason why they don't care about making these games because all they want is money, literally. And when people say it's bad, then I don't think they care.
Walk off screen to select the characters. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. That'd be like if I just walked off screen right now and somebody else came in. Walk off screen to select the characters. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. That'd be like if I just walked off screen right now and somebody else came in.
Mike, he played Bugs Bunny, the Joker, and some other characters.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
And the next one we have is this one, this one is like, I'm not gonna say the name of this one.
This is Porky's on Atari 2600, based on the comedy film from the early 80s. It was one of the early examples of naughty comedies geared towards adults, and belongs in the same family of movies like Animal House and Caddyshack. Although not as classic and memorable as those, it has its place, and all of today's dumb comedies owe themselves to it. And likewise, all today's weird, twisted, fucked up, shitty-ass video games owe themselves to this. You wanna play shit? This is your grandfather's shit.
That first part is like Frogger and Cross the Road.
happened? Only on Atari.
Nothing good.
It's never a good sign when you don't know how to play the game. I've fallen into a trap. The walls are dead ends and the water is pure death. To get out of this predicament, you have to use this pole to fling yourself up onto the platforms. But that's not all. You need to collect these blinking things to build the ladders. Fuck! Fuck! Get up there! For a game console that has only one button, the controls are very specific. While holding the button down, you run into the pole and then quickly release the button and tap it. If that tap is off in the slightest, you'll just swing to the other side of the pond. But if you do it at the exact microsecond, it will fling you up onto the platform. Alright, now let's build the ladder. It only adds one link at a time. So you have to wait for another blinky thing to appear and keep repeating the whole process until the ladders are finished. There's no way around it. You have to master this pole. This isn't even the goal of the game. This is just to get out of the trap. Now up the ladder and there's a girl taking a shower.
What the?
There is a scene in the movie where the guys are spying on the locker room shower, but I did not expect them to include this scene in the game. Why is she showering in a room full of ladders anyway? The shower itself is suspended in midair. As soon as she's in your field of sight, she disappears and a ghostly figure starts chasing you. Get away! I'm sorry, I'm not a sleazy sexual predator, I'm just a guy trying to escape the pond that's underneath your shower room. These are some of the most awkward ladders in video game history. In most games, you go in front of the ladder, but here you have to be on the side, and if you're not in a pixel-perfect spot, it doesn't work. So this strange woman is chasing you everywhere. She glides through the air with such power that it causes the game to glitch, as if sending
It's like static.
a ripple through space and time. What do I do with this thing? I tried dropping it on her head, doesn't work. Tried going up, doesn't work. I tried going down. Really doesn't work. And if she catches you, it's back to the pond. Believe it or not, this whole predicament in the locker room closely follows the movie. The woman who's after you is the coach, Miss Ballbricker, who finds one of the boys putting his dick through a peephole in the shower. You'd think a scene like this would get ignored in a video game, but this is Atari, and sure enough, the manual says she's out to grab onto anything she can, so don't let her latch onto you. Yeah. The character you're playing as is Pee-wee, not Pee-wee Herman, but Pee-wee from Porky's, which doesn't make sense anyway because Pee-wee's not the character who gets his dick grabbed. Not Pee-wee Herman, he can grab his own dick, but what are we talking about here? I'll cut the shit. Here's what you do. Drop the items down the hole, the arrow appears, you go up the ladder to street level where you play some sort of game of Frogger, on acid. What the hell are these things? If you get hit by anything, it's, you guessed it, back to the pond. If you make it across the street, it's another round of Shower Girl Defender Ms. Ballbreaker. Each time it's a new item, but the process is exactly the same. All these items are part of a master plan to blow up Porky's bar. I didn't think it had a rhyme or a reason, but it does. It just so happens you have to trek through a woman's locker room, that's all. After you've got
Why is that in the game? They should not have done in the game.
gotten all the items, you progress to the worst part, the mother of all nightmares. Here you have to climb up the scaffolding while avoiding Porky. Yeah, now we have Porky too. Not Porky the pig, but Porky from Porky's. The scaffolding can only be climbed in certain places. It's basically like an invisible maze. One wrong move and you could fall all the way down where Porky will most certainly get you almost every time. When you make it back to try again, the maze reroutes itself so it's always different. But as your reward, when you make it to the top, you get to blow up the bar. What an experience Pee-wee had. Can you imagine the story he has to tell? I was walking down the street, narrowly avoiding a speedboat, a submarine on wheels, a parade of naked Dr. Seuss characters, rabid pigs, dudes, and cars. I fell down into a pond where I swung around on a pole and built a ladder up into a girl's locker room shower where this weird blobby ghost tried to grab my dick. I dropped a bunch of pyro equipment down the same hole that leads to the pond, but somehow ended up on top of a bunch of scaffolding where I went up and finished it all off with a BOOM! And that's why you gotta love Atari.
Righty. Next one we got is Hyperscan. I'm guessing this is like a game, like a virtual boy, I don't know.
Looks like we're in for a treat today. The Hyperscan by Mattel, the same company that made the Intellivision and the Power Glove. They also made every
Power Glove, that's awful.
toy from He-Man to Barbie.
He-Man? That's old. I have the power.
Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull!" Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat.
LJN made toys. Let's see how this piece of shit holds up. It was released in 2006. It's hard to believe.
I know the music. I know the music. I know that music that the nerd is playing in the background. That is the Home Alone, like setting up a trap. That's in the Home Alone episode where they set the traps.
Believe a specimen like this would exist at a time when Xbox 360, PS3,
I literally have an Xbox 360.
and Wii were the current gaming consoles. Nobody ever talked about this one. Let's find out why. The instructions are blinking. That's annoying.
Is it like a cover of that song? I don't know.
Player 1, scan your character card. You have to scan cards to make the game go? Having a disc isn't enough? How about a character select screen? That would have been fine. Scan. Scan, you bastard.
But why is it like Home Alone setting up the traps, music playing, whatever?
Scan a mod card now?
Wolverine? Why is he in the game?
What's with all these cards? Just start the fucking game. God damn.
Yeah. X-Men.
The cards were sold separately, so the idea was to combine card collecting with video gaming.
God, it's like that. It's like Disney Infinity and Skylanders.
Yeah, how about fucking Pogs, too? The fact that you always need to be scanning cards means you have to keep the game console on your lap, calling back to the Atari 2600 days where all the switches were on the console. It's still loading.
That's the longest loading time I've ever seen.
Hyperscan. Yeah, it's really hyper.
Yeah, that is basically in the Toxic Crusades episode where one of them, not the other guy, Lloyd, he gets angry at the game and takes a dump on it, and then it just like vomits all over it as well.
After a
56 minutes to load, oh my god, 56 minutes, 28 seconds.
long load process that's only rivaled by the Commodore 64, the game finally starts. Well, it's a fighting game, a very average one. Average for the early 90s, but this is much later. At least you can say it's better than...
Could you imagine again, like, I know this is a PC game, it's like fan made, but could you imagine like getting like terrible rights of the Boogeyman and like having to get cards to play the game? literally on Mortal Kombat. Like that, they'd be cool to collect and like put around your room, but not like to play it with for the game.
Shaq Fu.
End it!
End it. I guess you're supposed to do some kind of finishing move. If only I had the card. I guess finish him is already taken, so let's call it end it.
And KO.
Then you wait through another load screen just to see the character stats. Then it's another load screen just to select the character. And then yet another load screen before the next fight starts.
Are you a fan of heavy metal?
3 fucking load screens between matches. Next up, let's try Marvel Heroes. You can already tell that the hyperscan was all about
Do you remember the Atari Jaguar episode where it's like multiple games on like one console?
Marvel. Here you can apparently take control of Avenger characters as well as X-Men, depending on which cards you own. It's a standard side-scrolling action game. The graphics and sound are fair enough, but the control is kinda slippery, like you're running on grease. The attacking is delayed and the hit detection is terrible. Ah! Come on! Hit him! Hit him! I also find it hilarious that if you hang on to the side of a building, everybody jumps at you like dogs after a cat in a tree. There were much better games of this variety on Sega Genesis. Nothing to see here, folks. Then there's Interstellar Wrestling League. It's strange.
That's like a mascot for like a food outfit or something.
Strangely quieter than the other games. I've never encountered that issue before, where the games have inconsistent volume. Even the scanning is inconsistent. This time it seems like I have to hold the card in place instead of swiping it.
Round 1, wrestle! Oh, my face!
Here we have a humorous fighting game with controls way more awkward than X-Men. It sort of reminds me of Clay Fighter with its comedic elements, but instead of being charming, it comes off as just plain weird.
I like pie. I like to have pie every day.
Besides, why are they calling it wrestling when they're not
Why are you saying I like pie?
even wrestling? And yes, he just turned into a cheeseburger. At last, we have Ben 10 based on the TV series. It's another side-scroller. You take control of Ben, and using the different cards, you can transform into different alien creatures. By the way, what's that, a Nintendo Wii? I like the concept. The graphics and character animations are great. This game could have been good. Almost awesome, but half the time you're not even playing the game. You're just wading through text boxes. Use the jump button to jump over the rock? This game treats you like an idiot. You can't do anything. Every step you take, the game pauses and another text box comes up. It's like Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, but multiplied 1,000 times. It's like they took the most annoying part of one game and made it the whole game 20 years later. This game is so recent, it came out after I already critiqued Simon's Quest. Couldn't anybody learn? I was already 11 episodes in by the time this shit hit the market in October 2006. The text boxes can freeze you in mid-air as you're trying to jump over a hole. When it unfreezes, you lose your momentum and fall to your death. I'm trying to jump! Leave me alone! Let me play the game! I can't read it anyway because they somehow put the text on the background.
It's like those tutorials where you have like speech bubbles and like arrows and like you go next and it just keeps on happening and you just want to skip through it. It's like that.
Layer. How did somebody let this get so fucked up? These text boxes are your worst enemy and unholiest of gaming nightmares. Fuck! You know, I played almost the entire library for it. There's also a Spider-Man game that I don't own, but that's 5 games. They made 5 games total for this piece of garbage. That's less games than the Virtual Boy. Well, at least it's not as bad.
5 games. Okay, 5 games, like, if you, like, own them, that's alright. But, like, the company only making 5 games. Only 5 games and no more games. The company. That's weird.
Bad as the R-Zone. Hyperscan. Hyper fucking shit.
And next we have, my favourite. Or two more of the ones I which is Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure for GameCube. This one is the first one I watched, and I love this one. Watch it all the time.
Universal Theme Park Adventure on GameCube, a game based on a theme park that was based on movies by Universal Studios, the giant movie-making machine that made some of the greatest films of all time, from the classic monster movies of the 30s and 40s to the Spielberg masterpieces like Jaws, E.T., and Jurassic Park. Over the years, Universal
I think the first ever Spielberg film I watched was Jaws. Yeah.
has celebrated its movie legacy by
It was Jurassic Park.
slowly converting its Hollywood studio location into a big amusement park for the public and destroying film history.
Now, I've never been to Universal Studios. Well, does Harry Potter World count? I think it does. Okay, if Harry Potter World does count, then I have been. But I've only been to Harry Potter World, but not Universal Studios. A place that I would really love to go is Halloween Horror Nights. That place is the best. The haunted houses are so good. I love Halloween Horror Nights. I've never been there, but I would love to go there. And they need to make a Terrifier one. Have Terrifier Trilogy of Terror. I've seen a Reddit post of that. And they need to make one. Have across 3 movies. Have the death scenes. And there could even be a part where it could show you walking into the Terrifier funhouse and you see Brooke's death.
You know the Opera House set from the classic Phantom of the Opera that stood on stage
Terrifier needs to happen, Halloween Horror Nights. Make it happen. Come on now.
age 28 for 90 years? Destroyed. The oldest surviving movie set in history, gone overnight to make way for a Harry Potter ride. But, hey, Universal Theme Park was still a lot of fun. You know, in the Back to the Future DeLorean, and then there's volcanoes and shit, and then you're riding the bike with E.T., and then the truck comes and almost hits you, and then you're on the waterfall, and then the T-Rex comes out, and then fucking Jaws is jumping out of the water, and King Kong shaking the tram, and
Kind of like King Kong. Also, could you imagine if all this stuff that he's explaining right now, of how exciting it is? Can you imagine if it was all on one ride? And I know there's multiple rides things, but could you imagine there was also another ride which was a mix of all these, even though there is one ride for each franchise. And there's this, what's it explain now?
and then there's the earthquakes, and then those other movies that you don't even know what the fuck they are, nobody cares. It was awesome! By the 90s, this whole theme park idea was so huge, they opened up a new one in Florida. This is when Nintendo helped advertise it in the movie The Wizard, and then in 2001, Nintendo started promoting it again with this game, which I think sounds awesome. What a great idea to take all these movies and put them into one, using the theme park as a way to tie them all together, and on a new advanced console. How could you go wrong?
This game is awful. Literally, your kid running around the park, and the camera never moves, and you have to pick up trash, put them in trash cans to get on the ride. If I was a developer of this game, I would just remove the trash can, then add a camera in. Let's say a GameCube game. At least add a camera in. Well, there is only George minigame, but that's it.
What the fuck is this shit? You're a kid running around the park. While the graphics are fine and definitely seem to represent the basic idea of what a Universal theme park looks like, the camera angles are a problem. First of all, it never moves. You know how in most other three-dimensional games like Super Mario 64,
I played that on my DS, and I think on the emulator, no.
which came out years before, the camera follows the
Best Mario game ever.
character around. Here, the camera is in a fixed position and only switches to another angle when you reach a certain point on the screen, so you might have to run far into the distant background or all the way up into the foreground without even knowing what's ahead of you. So finding your way around is a total nightmare. Sometimes when you come to a new screen, you start out in the background. You're just a tiny dot somewhere on the screen, obscured by a crowd of people. Where am I? Oh, there I am. It's like a game of Where's Waldo.
Yeah, like, Where's Waldo Universal Studios Edition?
Where am I?
There you are.
Oh, there I am. It's like a game of Where's Waldo. Now let's get on some rides. What's this? There's a line?
Oh my god, seriously, why?
Now let's get on some rides.
How many people are in the line? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 9 people. 9 people in the line, that's not too much.
What's this? There's a line? Yes, at theme parks you have to wait in lines, but why'd they include that in the game? Could they have left that out?
Yeah. I mean, I think there are lines in global theme park games, like, but I'm okay with that, cause like, it's not that bad. I also play move when it's there too. But like, why would they add that in the game? Why can't it just be like, you go to the right, press like the button select, and then I say, do you want to ride this ride? And it could be okay or not, no.
But this is even worse than real life because Woody Woodpecker won't even let you get in the line.
Why is Woody Woodpecker even at, like, working at Universal Studios? He's not a Universal character. I don't even know if he is, he might be, I don't know.
Even though there's less than 10 people.
Well, no, it's Donald Duck.
Could you imagine going to Universal and the lines are that short? That would be your lucky day. That would be like a 2-minute wait. But no, Woody's gotta send you away. Like, go away, asshole. Fuck you, you Woody Bunny fucking Pecker piece of shit.
Yeah. Some of this.
You know
Yeah.
what you have to do to get in the line? You would never believe this. You have to pick up trash and put them in trash cans.
It's like an errand.
Has anyone ever had to pick up trash at Universal to get on the rides?
No. And if, like, oh my god. And if that was actually real, in real life, at real theme park, there would be massive, like, negative reviews. People would be posting terrible reviews. It's saying, like, this literally, this theme park sucks. You have to literally pick up trash, to put in trash cans to get on the ride. Don't go to this place. It's not worth the money. And I'm glad that this doesn't exist in real life. Cause like, I mean, not seen, but like the fact that you have to like pick up trash and put them in trash cans to go on rides at theme parks. Cause that's just stupid. Like, could you imagine? I wanted to go into a Halloween Horror Nights house, probably like The Walking Dead, or Chucky, or Terrifier 1, even if they do announce it, I don't know. And they said, sorry, you can't go in here, because, and I'll be like, why? Am I not, is it because I'm not old enough? And they'd be like, no, because you haven't picked up trash, you have to pick up trash, put them in trash cans, so you can enter this house. And like, if I tried to go on Terror Castle, which is an amazing ghost train, I was told to pick up trash before getting on the ride, I would just, you won't, the theme park sucks.
What kind of idiotic idea is this? First of all, finding the trash is a hassle because of the fixed camera positions. The trash might be as small as a tiny speck on the ground. Then finding the trash cans you'd think would be easy, but they're rare to come by. If a real Universal theme park had as few trash cans as in this game, then they actually would have this much garbage lying around. The worst thing of all, whenever you pick up a piece of trash, It's only 10 points. But to get on a single ride, you might need more than 2,000 points. So you're gonna have to pick up a lot of trash. I want to see Jaws, Jurassic Park. You have access to all these major franchises, but instead they just send the gamer around collecting trash? What were they thinking?
Yeah, and they should have made the game like Goosebumps Horrorland. When this game came out, I'm gonna check. Oh, they should have just like, what's actually an AVGN like meme where at the top it showed a poster of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and then at the bottom it showed the nerds saying what were they thinking. And I agree, mate. I agree. Like, why public domain horror movies even a thing?
They should have called the game Universal Theme Park Janitor. Yeah, great idea. Right up there with Super Plumber Mario Toilet Cleaner.
Can you imagine if Nintendo actually made that game? That'd be so weird. Super Plumber Mario Toilet Cleaner.
This kid isn't even an employee of the park. Why would he have to pick up all this trash? Poor kid. Imagine all the stuff he has to handle. Fries that have been stepped in, wrappers that are covered in ants, paper bags that are filled with vomited cotton candy. Ugh. Maybe he didn't buy a ticket or something. Maybe the park has a special deal with him like, okay kid, we'll let you on the rides for free, but you gotta help us clean up all this trash. You can also get points from shaking hands with costumed characters like Creature from the Black Lagoon and E.T. Dude, I fucking shook hands with E.T.
E.T. for home, E.T. for home, E.T. for home.
I mean, come on. So you get all this trash, throw them in the trash can, get enough points, and then guess what? You still can't get on the rides because you have to cash the points in at the store and buy a fucking hat. Remember that time you went to Universal? They wouldn't let you on the rides unless you wear a stupid fucking hat.
I thought it was, okay, so you can't get on the rides until you collect trash, put them in trash cans and get a hat. That shouldn't be the case.
Each ride has its own special hat. How do all those other people get in the line? I don't see them wearing hats. At last, let's talk about the rides. They're just little mini games that end quicker than an actual Universal ride. Back to the Future, you're just flying around in a DeLorean through prehistoric times trying to stop Biff, who's also in a DeLorean. Jaws, you're on a boat trying to throw things at the shark. Surprisingly, the camera actually moves, but you still have no control.
I don't remember, I've seen the Jaws ride on YouTube, and I don't remember you going on the orca. Like, I remember you going on a boat, but not the orca from the movie. And also, I would rather play the Minecraft map of Universal Studios than this piece of trash game. Because yes, there is an actual Minecraft map that has Universal Studios on it. Not Planet Minecraft, an official one, on the Minecraft Marketplace, or on Roblox.
Control over it. It takes forever to aim, and the shark moves way faster than you, so chances of hitting it are slim. You have as much luck trying to time jerking off onto a passing car. Believe it or not, this game actually makes the NES version of Jaws seem excellent. Jurassic Park, this is just a
I haven't played that version of Jaws.
simple rail shooter. Move the
That's awful, that's an awful background.
crosshairs and shoot the dinosaurs. This may have worked as an arcade game that you drop a few quarters in, not something you'd sit and play at home. Like an arcade game, it's over just as fast, although much more expensive than 75 cents. E.T., yes, the
Oh god, they're gonna mess up again now. Really.
dreaded E.T. made almost 20 years after the so-called worst game of all time on the Atari 2600. But would you believe, I shit you not, this version is far worse. The control is so bad, all you do is fall, fall, and fall. I can't figure out these controls. It makes me look like an idiot, but I swear, I'm really trying. Imagine playing Excitebike blindfolded, with the controller upside down, coated in rubber cement while seated on a wild bull. And just when you start to get the hang of it, the game ends. Waterworld,
Yeah, I feel like that AT did worse than the entire game.
to include Waterworld whenever you're talking about great Universal classics. This one isn't even a game at all. It's just a virtual recreation of the Waterworld stunt show attraction at Universal Hollywood, which is a great stunt show, far better than the actual movie. So for those of you who didn't get to see it live, here you can witness the finale when they crash the plane into the water, splashing the front rows to an ecstatic, screaming crowd of nobody. Must be a slow day at Universal.
Yeah. Either people do want to go to the water world, just want to go like the other stuff. Or but not a lot of people at Universal today, which is interested. Or nobody turned up for water world.
Then there's Backdraft, which is surprisingly the longest of all the games and probably the best, or should I say the least worst. I feel bad for this young kid who has to put out fires without even wearing any protective gear. As always, you have no control over the camera and may not even see a fire until you run smack into it. The fatal flaw that destroys this almost playable game is the confusing controls. Every time you step into another room or the camera angle changes, the joystick becomes reversed, so you have to reorient yourself and figure out the controls again. It's a mess. And if it seems like I breezed through these really quickly, that's because they're over real quickly. There's nothing more to say. That's all, folks. They're mini-games, sub-games, an afterthought to the main game, which is just going around collecting garbage. A metaphor of my life. You'd think they would have made the rides the main part of the game, but instead they focused on the whole mission of trying to get on the rides. Which is very accurate to how the park is in real life. You ever been to Universal? All you do is stand in lines all day, and every once in a while you get on the ride.
Stand in lines all day. If someone's standing in line all day, they'll probably hurry line up.
So this captures that experience perfectly. A virtual simulation of a day at Universal, with long hours of tedium with short bursts of excitement. Except if you're collecting trash the whole time.
Yeah.
I should also mention that the main goal of the entire game is to collect stamps.
I don't even know what's going on with this game. Like, they should call the game Universal Theme Park Charger. Is it like so weird? Also, why is Woody Woodpecker working out there?
Yeah, apparently there's a big stamp collecting contest going on at Universal, so every time you finish one of the rides, they give you a stamp. So shooting at dinosaurs, flying around a DeLorean, throwing barrels at sharks, all that is just about winning a stamp collecting contest. If I went on a ride at Universal and they gave me a stamp, I'd be like, what the hell is this? I'll tell you, that's one time at Universal when you'd see me throw something in the trash can, or better yet, I used a stamp on an envelope that I'd send a letter to the game developers asking them, how the fuck did you take so many popular franchises and fuck them up so bad? Even LJN, when they fucked up Jaws and Back to the Future, it was one at a time. Not all at once, and that was NES. This is GameCube. I thought by now games this horrible would be extinct. I didn't even know it was possible to make something so rancid. I guess we'll just leave it at, it was a poor excuse of a game.
This game was good. It would be my favourite theme park video game. Things they should remove from this game. They should remove the trash can element where you have to collect trash, put them in trash cans. The whole part of buying hats. They should only let you buy hats. They shouldn't let you buy hats before going on the ride. They should let you do it whenever you want, but not also they should not. They should let you get a stamp in the store. In the store. And also they should have more cameras, and also they should remove Woody Woodpecker.
Game, just a shitty exploitation to promote the theme park. But it even fails at that. It's the worst promotion of all time. Have you ever seen the Universal theme park TV commercials? They were never Visit Universal Studios theme park, experience the thrill, ride the movies, pick up fucking trash. The only theme park on earth where you get to clean up after everybody else. Nothing gets you closer to the movies than wearing funny hats and collecting stamps. Book your trip now. But seriously, the park's dirty. We need someone to clean it. Well, only one more present left. You want to take a peek? Yeah, let's take a peek.
Why LGN? Why do you have to make a video console? Anyways, last one we have is the LGN video art one. I've seen this as well. So let's get into this.
It can't be.
LJN made a video game console. It's bad enough they already monopolized the genre of shitty, dysfunctional video games, but now they make a whole fucking console. The biggest turd LJN ever shat. Let's take a look. Hours of creative fun, oh, I'm sure. Do I really have to play this thing? I'd rather analyze the styrofoam that came with it. It's
I thought you were gonna say something else, like I'd rather yeah.
It's far more exciting. See that right there? Maybe somebody's cat stepped on it. See all the scuff marks? I wonder what that's all from. It's like an archaeological record. It's like styrofoam keeps a fingerprint of the past. It's interesting. Okay, let's cut the shit. Let's hook this thing up.
That actual poop? Was that a sausage?
Let's hook this thing up. Oh.
I think he put like gravy over it.
No, oh no, oh no!
Why they make like the wires look like that? Yeah.
Oh, I hate these. These things come from hell. These are the devil's pitchforks that you have to screw on the back of your TV. The box says it's for ages 5 and up. Adult guidance needed for hookup. I think we're going to need more like spiritual guidance.
Yeah, get some more water.
So we plug this fucker in and here we go. Well, you have to admit, sure has a killer soundtrack. Yeah, next time you're having a conversation about best video game soundtracks, Mega Man, Castlevania, no, tell them about LJN video art. I can see it right now like, how does that one go? I don't remember that. Oh, it goes like...
No. Worst video game soundtrack ever. That's not even a soundtrack, that's noise, literally. Best video game soundtrack is Doom Eternal. Literally, you cannot beat Doom Eternal's soundtrack. Their soundtrack is... Mick Gordon is amazing. Like, I'll just like tell you one of the songs. Like, it's called The Bass, and like, how does that go? Oh, it goes doom, doom.
The game has no sound. This is a
If I ever played one of those show now because it looked horrible, I'd rather go on Doom Eternal soundtrack. Or something way better.
unique specimen, not because it doesn't have sound, but because it outputs white noise. So technically it does have sound, but it's fucking static. This kind of shit is the reason.
I think when they developed this console, they just like turn on the TV and then they start playing when they touch in the channel, and they just record the static and put it in the game. On the console.
And the mute button was invented. Yeah, so turn the sound off, put on some Witchfinder General, and
Or some death metal.
while you're at it, put on a different fucking game.
Yeah.
If you turn on the console without a game cartridge in it, you get a blank screen that you can doodle on. The console comes packaged with one cartridge. If you put that in, you get a bunch of pre-done drawings that you can mess with. The joystick moves the cursor about. To draw, or should I say to scribble around like a blind Golden Lion Tamarin on speed, you hold down the button. This presses the pen down, so to say. The joystick is already overly sensitive. One slight move and your cursor flies all over the place. Having to press down on the joystick at the same time as you're trying to move it only adds to the frustration. Why could there be a separate button, like Atari 2600?
Yeah.
There are two other buttons on the controller, but they're for locking the verticals and horizontals so you can draw a straight line. Maybe we can get some lasers coming out of the parrot's eyes. Yeah, that's my best. The diagonals are the biggest problem. I just want to see if I can draw a circle. Ah! Oh, man.
You can only draw squares, mate.
Fuck! That's it. With my best practice, that's the best circle I can possibly draw. I can draw rounder shapes on an Etch-a-Sketch. That's my best spiral. That's my best person. I'm not joking around. The controls are so bad. That's the best I can do.
What is he supposed to do?
Look at the family on the box. What could they possibly be
That's like a vaporwave thing.
he's so overjoyed about? Look, Mom, yay, I drew a fucking line! Ugh. Can you even tell what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to give the panda a bottle of beer. I can't
Can you imagine a pan, like someone actually gave a panda bottle of beer? Oh my god. Also, when I'm recording this last part, you're probably going to see different headphones on me, on my head. I'll explain that in my last Christmas special. I don't want to give it away.
even make
I don't want to give away like stuff that new stuff that I got.
a visual joke here. This game gives me nothing to work with. Let's try to color in the nose. I can't even land the cursor inside the nose. And when you're pressing down and rocking the joystick around like this, it squeaks. That's awful. This is worse than the static.
Yeah. It sounds like a mouse. Literally. That's what squeaking sounds like. But like, why would LJN put that like as their as their flipping like thing? Like as their why would they make it? Why would they make it so you can make the joystick squeak? That's just horrible.
And this you can't turn down. So, guess you gotta get some really strong earmuffs. And just to add insult to injury, on the box, the panda is colored in perfectly.
Well, why couldn't they just like...
How can you market it as a coloring program when there isn't even a way to color anything in?
Yeah.
Ugh. Shouldn't there be a paint bucket tool?
Yeah.
That's the most basic thing. Why is there no paint bucket tool?
Yeah.
Even color a dinosaur.
If you have like an art game and you don't use and you don't like have a paint bucket tool in there, then that's just wrong. That's weird. Also, a game that didn't exist, that was not a game, was Crazy Frog Art School, which I didn't know existed once, but now I know.
Which I thought was the worst coloring game ever made. Even that had a paint bucket tool.
Mate, just
This makes Color a Dinosaur look amazing. I've made better drawings
Council of Color Dinosaur. Well, yeah, I don't know.
as a kid in Microsoft Paint.
Bro, those drawings are amazing.
Seriously, these are my actual drawings as a kid done in Microsoft Paint. Does LJN Video Art have any good aspects?
Let me show you characters drawing. This is character drawing. Look how absolutely amazing it is. It's basically me and her characters that she created, and it's amazing. Like, I don't know how she draws like this. It's so good. Literally. It's like anime with gacha. It's amazing.
Well, I guess you can change the color of the pen. You can change the color of the background. You can erase 1 pixel at a time.
Okay, 1 pixel at a time is not enough. Like, that's gonna take hours and hours to do. Like, oh my gosh.
This is the worst thing ever. Etch-a-Sketch is
Also, I have a mic here on my little like headphone, like, or headset, whatever. So that'll be good for my videos.
better than this, and that doesn't even need electricity or forks to screw in your TV.
So we do hope this mic is good.
You can give it the benefit of it being 1987 and one of the first of its kind. Later, there were games like Art Alive on the Sega Genesis, which was pretty cool, and Wacky World's Creativity Studio, which came with a mouse. But the one I have the most fond memories of is Mario Paint on Super NES. You can draw either freestyle or with a coloring book, with plenty of different pens, brushes, colors, and patterns to work with. But it wasn't just about what you can do, but more about the overall presentation of it. For example, they give you so many creative ways to erase the drawing. It's
cool.
Unnecessary, but it's cool. Even the save feature, which takes an insane amount of time just to save one shitty drawing, is still cool.
Save amount of time, like, why like, wait, save?
Feature, which takes an insane amount of time just to save one shitty drawing,
Save, like, one, like, why did it take that long to save a drawing?
is still cool, because you get that catchy beat to make the time fly by. The sound effects are so enjoyable. I mean, it's awesome just the way when you click on the different color sets, it goes higher in pitch. You can do simple animation, make music.
Also, I've seen like someone make the Angry Video Game theme in Mario Paint in that little like music thing. And Bernard, you need to really look at that because that is really cool. Literally.
Programs today, but what made it great was the presentation with it compared to computer. Looking mess around with Isaac. Even play a fly swatter game, and with the Super NES mouse, this was a fun
I think should be playable with a Nintendo Wii remote.
experience. You can even mess around with the title screen. Looking back, it's not a very useful program. You can't do a whole lot with it compared to computer programs today, but what made it...
There's also MS Paint, if you don't know, you probably all know that. But Bernard, if you don't play LGN Video Art, play Mario Paint, Art Alive, or choose MS Paint, mate, because MS Paint is old.
Great was the...
I think it got shut down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it got shut down.
Presentation. It made doing the most simple tasks a lot of fun. LJN Video Art is not fun at all. It's a disaster. No human being should ever have the misfortune of playing this. And yes, the styrofoam was more interesting. It doesn't even qualify as a video game console, but it comes with cartridges, so I guess technically it is a video game console. Well, then it's the worst video game console of all time. LJN has really outdone themselves this time. The only thing worse would be to play it on the Rollin' Rocker.
Oh, don't play it on that. That'd be bad, literally. And like, why do they have to make this console? Like, why did LG have to do this? Like, if I was LG, I'd just make a good NES movie game.
Yeah, imagine that. So, this concludes this marathon of crap. 12 shitty relics from the ass of the past. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoyed in a strange way, I guess. You know, why do we focus on the bad memories? Why are we sentimental over the crappy past? I don't know, but I do know that the things of yesterday that were worthless, you've all found some way to give them worth. You've done this, I've done this, we've all found ways to just make the best of things, I guess. Maybe you're having a good holiday season or a bad one. Or
I'm having an amazing one, mate. Literally, nerd, I'm having an amazing holiday season. I've got some new stuff. I'm not going to tell you what I got because I want to save it till my last Christmas special. And it has been the best Christmas ever. 2024's Christmas has been the best. Like, and 2025 is going to be even better. Not just for Christmas, but for, like, video games. Like, we're going to get, Doom the Dark Ages, the Terrify the Arcade game, which is going to be such a good beat 'em up game. You played Art the Clown, Victoria Hayes, the Little Pale Girl, and Chris Jericho, and you just beat each other up. Well, you don't beat each other up. It's not a fighting game. You beat other people up. You on a movie set, and you just beat people, like slaughter them. It's so good. I love it. Also, Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out next year, you guys. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6. The most awaited GTA game ever. And it's finally coming out. So, literally, when this game comes out, people are gonna literally not shut up about it. People are gonna, be like, oh my gosh, GTA 6. And they're gonna be, like, so happy. And that is amazing. Like, that's not a bad thing, that's a really good thing. Because I love GTA myself, and I've literally, I've played, I don't know, I'm not going to say what I played today, because I want to wait to, yeah, but yeah, I can't wait for next year. And also, the guy who made Terror Drum Rise the Boogeyman extended version, he is important. He's got, Pennywise, well, the new Pennywise he put in the game, well, he's uploaded the new Pennywise, but he's gonna upload the old Pennywise, and also, get ready, please, Art the Clown. He's gonna put Art the Clown of all killers in Terror Drum Rise the Boogeyman extended cut. I'll be so happy for this game, for this extended cut of this game. I'm gonna be so happy when this guy uploads him. And I'm gonna be playing it as Art. I'm gonna be killing all these like killers. I'm gonna be having a blast playing as Art because he's like the best horror movie villain I've ever seen. Well, I know I love villains, but he's the best one. And every time I see Art the Clown make some expressions, he literally looks like Art Vacarak from McDonald's when he makes some expressions. Like, I don't know why. I didn't know like his expression was inspired by him, or like Rack from McDonald's inspired by him. Like if David Howe Thornton played Rack from McDonald's, then they would both be the same. They're different. Art the Clown is Rack from McDonald's. That'd be funny and cool. Let's see.
or an indifferent one. Whatever the case, I just wanted to bring you some joy. Hopefully you got a laugh or even just a chuckle.
Yeah, I have got a laugh. You're so funny. Like, your videos are so funny. Well, yeah, I'm reading a nerd series. Like, this is the best web series on YouTube I've ever seen. I know I like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and like Film Theory, but I don't watch that much. I only seen like 2 episodes of it, and one of them was on him. And this is this is the best web series on YouTube. But like, it's so funny, so enjoyable. It like makes you feel like it. He's always right about the things he says about these terrible games. He's smart, intelligent. He literally like tells you, don't play this game, don't play this game. It's gonna rot your brain. Not rot your brain. It's gonna make you not want to play. It's gonna make you angry. And also, He reviewed like old games that you grew up with. It's amazing.
Because it's that time of year where everybody make happy, be a comedian. With all sincerity, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays in general, and I'll see you in 2015. Get ready for those self-lacing shoes, hoverboards, and flying cars!
Flying cars. Yeah, this was in 2015, by the way. Not 2024.
He's playing some games, the worst he recalls. He's gonna find out which one sucked the most balls. The angry video game nerd is here.
Middle finger the Rolling Rock. Oh yeah, I've seen that video. Oh god. Oh yeah, this video I watched so much today. In that video, there was a picture that George Meebles saw that someone sent him at their Christmas dinner. Can't believe they decided to do this. But they literally had chips for their Christmas dinner. I'll play it. Oh,
I tweeted out a reply to this.
oh god, it's funny. I was like, you got chips for your Christmas dinner.
Pretty banging. I'll give you a 9. I went out for Christmas dinner last year for the first time, and safe to say, never again. You got chips with your Christmas dinner, and new potatoes, and just like fucking scraps of chicken. Oh, I bet it's all gristly. It looks so gristly. Man, that's terrible. You got chips.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's so funny. Oh, god. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. What's your favourite game from the 12 Days of Christmas? And I'll see you in the next video. What's your favourite present you've had this year? What's your favourite thing about Christmas? What's your favourite, like, what have you had this year, you guys? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like Christmas and like this video if you're having a good time. Or if you like my videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay horror. Merry Christmas.